The interagency narcotics enforcement team seizes hundreds of catalytic converters from a Kennewick business. And Astrea Health is training law enforcement in Sunnyside how to use the overdose reversing drug naloxone with hopes of saving more lives.
And folks, we have another nice day ahead with looming light rain this weekend. I'll get you and your family prepared.
From Kent KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. We've made it to Friday, Jill.
Yes, we have.
Oh, we're very excited about that. And you're wearing green.
I am wearing green.
Excellent. So I'm going to put this on so you can see why I can't wear green.
Yes.
Let's take a look outside, folks. And it is going to be another beautiful day today. Let's take a look at that radar. And folks, we are free and clear, but we do expect some shower activity to come in as we get to Sunday. So do get ready for that. I'll have much more, of course, in my full forecast. Oh my goodness, what's happening here? This is why I can't wear green today. My goodness. All right, let's take a look at what we can expect today. We are going to have plenty of sunshine and we're going to have light winds. So it's just going to be a beautiful start to your weekend. We're going to be even warmer as we get into Saturday, but then those looming showers, very possible on your Sunday, really for all of our areas, and it could persist into Monday morning. Beautiful in the Tri-Cities, just unfettered sunshine, just like we saw yesterday. And after on Wednesday, the Blue Mountain region was one of our coldest areas. Well, they're going to be our warmest area today with upper 50s, light winds, plenty of sunshine. Saturday is even better, but we have those changes coming on Sunday. I'll get you ready for that in my full forecast, but for right now, let's send it back to Jill.
More than 500 catalytic converters were seized from a Kennewick business this week. Detectives from the Grant County Sheriff's Office and multiple Tri-Cities police agencies served a search warrant at PDX Scrap Metal on Wednesday, recovering 533 catalytic converters and other materials associated with these devices. Authorities are investigating the trafficking of stolen property and money laundering and say this operation is tied to another search in Moses Lake. The owners of CEM Catalytic Converter and PDX Scrap Metal have been interviewed as suspects, but neither have been arrested. Authorities say charges will be forwarded to the Benton County Prosecutor's Office once the investigation is complete. Well, a fire broke out at the Borton warehouses west of Yakima late yesterday morning. According to West Valley Fire Rescue, crews arrived to find apple bins and an equipment storage area on fire. The fire was contained to a single building. An investigation found the fire was likely electrical. Damage estimates are around $25,000, but West Valley Fire Rescue says it might actually be more due to equipment damages. A crash on I-90 just after midnight yesterday left 3 people from Yakima dead, one of them a 10-year-old child. Investigators say 5 people in a Kia Optima were driving east on I-90 near Cle Elum when a semi-truck headed the other way crossed the median and hit them head-on. 1 adult and 1 child in the Optima survived the crash. The crash shut down eastbound I-90 for nearly 14 hours. And investigators have not said yet if the semi-truck driver will face charges.
That's still under investigation. He's definitely at fault in the collision. That's going to take a little bit more time to discern.
The conditions of those who survived the crash are not yet known. The driver of the semi-truck was not hurt. The area has since been reopened to traffic. With more and more deadly overdoses now linked to fentanyl, Astrea Health is helping provide Sunnyside police and correctional officers with the life-saving but expensive opioid reversal drug naloxone, also called Narcan. Astrea Health is also training police officers on how to use it with the assistance of the Sunnyside Fire Department. According to a community health needs assessment, the rate of deaths attributed to opioids in Yakima County increased 344% in 15 years. Naloxone can help save lives of officers who unknowingly encounter fentanyl in the field or anyone who's overdosed on opioids.
I think that this is not only important for the police to have, but I think that this is important for every resident in Washington State to have in their house.
In Washington State, you can order naloxone online at phra.org and have it shipped to you for free without a prescription. The Tri-Cities Cancer Center Foundation hosted its 23rd annual Cancer Crushing Breakfast Thursday morning at the Three Rivers Convention Center. It was an event for anyone who wanted to attend, honoring cancer survivors and giving updates for the work the Cadillac Tri-Cities Cancer Center has done, as well as raising funds to support cancer patients and their families. They want to share their four main pillars with the community: early detection, prevention, treatment, and survivorship.
Through those four disciplines, really letting the community know what we're here for, and that is our Tri-Cities Cancer Center Foundation being able to support our region as a whole. So if you are going through a cancer journey, that you don't need to leave our community, and we're all here making sure that we can treat our patients.
The Tri-Cities Cancer Foundation provides gas and meal cards for some patients, free skin or mammogram screenings, and more, with help from sponsors and donations. According to the foundation, all funds raised stay local and provide valuable and non-reimbursed cancer programs and services for patients, their families, and the community. There's a furry new member of West Richland PD, but he's not a canine officer. Polar is the department's first ever therapy dog and maybe the first police therapy dog in the state. Polar's swearing-in ceremony was held Thursday morning after months of training to be a therapy dog for multiple people. His handler and trainer, Chance Maddox, says Polar's training was unique, considering he has to serve a whole department. The 2-year-old English Cream Retriever gave his oath to WRPD, a bittersweet moment for Maddox.
I'm super happy for Polar. I know he's going to be loved here. I'm still going to see him. Of course, I'm going to drop by here. I don't know how many times.
Polar is trained to recognize stress and even oncoming PTSD episodes. We will return in just a moment, but first, Jason Valentine joins us live now for another quick look at weather.
Oh, we've made it to Friday. It's going to be another gorgeous day today and tomorrow, but changes coming on Sunday. I'll get you prepared for the weekend coming right up.
Plus, the plastic water bottle industry is booming, but what are the environmental impacts? That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Get $750 purchase allowance on most 2023 Cadillac CT4 and CT5 models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Hey Dad, look,
Us.
this is the magma chamber.
This isn't us, is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other?
She's not answering.
What?
And when our phones have turned us into this,
LT?
what do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
With AARP Rewards, anyone can earn and redeem points.
They're ready for you.
That's 300 points.
And help their money live longer. Get started for free today.
Next ET. Taylor Swift's Eras is here. Everything we know about her first tour in over 4 years.
It's just a lot.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Cap KView.
Spring is in the air and creativity is blooming everywhere at Custer's 24th Annual Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Join us as 150 artisans from across the Northwest display and sell their fine art, handcraft, and specialty foods. The variety and quality of work make this a must-see event. Single-day admission, only $8. Tickets on sale now at custershows.com. Custer's Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco.
In 1997, my father-in-law John Ramsey started this business.
We took it from 2.5 acres. Now we have the big buildings and 22 acres.
I'm very passionate about helping families get into an RV that they can go make memories and
be excited about going anywhere. It's just a beautiful lifestyle for them.
At home, you have the distractions and you don't get the same interaction as a family, so I really enjoyed that aspect of what we do here.
At Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun!
Watch me. Watch me grapple, move, and pin. When I hit the mat, don't underestimate the grin. I've got state championships and medals to show. But it's about more than just winning. This you should know. Overcoming odds through therapy and care. The road was long. Now opponents beware. Watch me. Game-changing sports medicine at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back, everyone. It's 5:10 on this Friday morning. Well, a consumer alert this morning. 4 million packages of the prescription migraine medication Nurtec ODT are being recalled. Now, the medication is still safe to take, according to the drug maker Pfizer. The recall is voluntary because the packaging is not child resistant. You don't have to throw away the medicine, but Pfizer says you should keep it out of the reach of children. Customers are also urged to call to get a free child resistance pouch. Pfizer is now developing new child-proof packaging. And in just a single minute, 1 million bottles of water are sold. The industry is huge, and global sales of bottled water are expected to double by 2030. In 2021, 350 billion liters of bottled water were sold. Most of that water comes from groundwater, which is also needed to irrigate crops and being depleted in some parts of the world. All that water also came in about 600 billion plastic containers. That's about 25 million tons of plastic waste, and most of it ends up in landfills. The U.S., China, and Indonesia are the largest markets for bottled water. Coming up, the city of West Richland is growing fast, and several projects are underway to ensure the ever-increasing population can be accommodated. And folks, I'll have a look at your weekend. It's going to at least start out nice. Your full forecast is coming up. Folks, you're watching Good Morning Northwest on this Friday morning. Stick with us.
We so amazing.
The stylish Chevy Equinox RS.
And
Chevy Blazer RS.
So captivating.
You don't have to be an influencer to be an influencer.
The crowd go crazy.
The RS family of Chevy SUVs. Definitely worth a follow. Get 2.9% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Equinox models, or get $1,000 cash allowance on all 2023 Equinox models. See your community Chevy dealers.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Your hometown store has a wide selection of everything egg-related. Plus, we're the largest Purina dealer in Hermiston. Products you trust from people who care. Northwest Farm Supply in Prosser, Hermiston, and Othello.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
You are our winner of $1,000 to help out Mustangs for Mustangs.
Thank you so much. $1,000, that's food for 6 families for a week.
Please tell us a story of someone you believe is making an impact.
My relationship with Make-A-Wish began 14 years ago. We cumulatively now have a total of $1.14 million we've done for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm lucky to have a position that affords me the opportunity to support the community. And for me, I want the customer's buying experience to be just that. Understanding what their motivation is, and also knowing that the activity they're having with me is going to have a direct reflect on what we're going to do with Make-A-Wish for the calendar year.
Find your next Subaru at McCurley Subaru and get 3.9% financing.
Taco time got you feeling like a craving lunatic? Can't explain your need for crispy, zesty? Can't remember my name until I get my hands on a Taco Time fish taco? You're not alone. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
Total Energy Management has been serving the Tri-Cities area with superior HVAC service for over 38 years. Our priority is to exceed consumer and client expectations with innovative Carrier products and a brand new facility with state-of-the-art equipment. It's time to beat the cold with Carrier's Cool Cash rebate of up to $1,750. Turn to the experts at Total Energy Management and save on your next home comfort system.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. Now, Cap KVU First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning, everyone. We have made it to the weekend. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Impacting you today, it's a nice start to your weekend. Light winds persist, but we do have rain very likely for most of our areas as we get to Sunday evening. I'll get to that in a bit. On our radar, we are free and clear throughout the Northwest. My goodness, just another beautiful morning. Get ready for plenty of sunshine as you get up. So our Futurecast, we are free and clear for your Friday. Maybe a little bit of cloud coverage coming into the evening hours and into your Saturday, but more unfettered sunshine. We're going to warm up a bit on our Saturday, but we do expect shower activity to start popping up as we get into Sunday. So here's what I'm talking about. As we head into the morning, should be pretty calm, but as we get to the afternoon hours and into the evening, we do expect to see shower activity throughout our areas, and that could persist into our Monday morning as well as we start spring very, very early in the 2 o'clock hour on Monday. So temperatures right now, we're right around the freezing mark for the lovely Blue Mountain region, and we're in mostly the mid to upper 20s, lower 30s, 22 for Ellensburg. But as you know, we're going to cool down before we warm up, and those clear skies still causing chilly conditions to wake up to. So our temperature trend, we are just right around our average. The average right now for late winter for the Tri-Cities is 59. So we're just up and down. So do expect to see mid to upper 50s for most of our areas, some lower 60s for at least the week ahead. And I do expect it to continue past that as we just don't see any real cool downs or warm ups in the near future. Winds, they're going to be taking a break yet again today, and we'll see those winds start to pick up a bit as we get into Sunday and into our next work week. Still pretty nominal winds, building up though towards Wednesday and Thursday, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds, and could be 10 to 20 for the Blue Mountain region in Ellensburg. So we do have some wind coming next week, and that of course helps out with our air quality. So St. Patrick's Day, hey, it is today. Get your green on. Spring is 3 days away. April Fool's Day, 15 days away. So our highs today, hey, Ellensburg, you get to 50 degrees, mid 50s for the Yakima Valley. Over in the Mid-Columbia, we're in the, let's just call it upper 50s. And over in the Blue Mountain region, they're much warmer, upper 50s. Just 2 days ago, they were barely getting to 50. So our 7-day forecast, and as we move along into our weekend, we're going to see slightly warmer conditions tomorrow, then much more cloudiness, and then evening showers into Monday morning. Of course, spring hits very early in the 2 a.m. hour. Then we'll be in those mid 50s with more sunshine in our next work week. Overnight lows, look at that. We're averaging above the freezing level or right at it for the week ahead. In the Tri-Cities area, 62 tomorrow. Oh, what a Saturday we got on the way. Overnight lows are above the freezing level for the week ahead. Evening showers Sunday into Monday morning. Looks like we could have a little bit of shower activity early on Tuesday as well. So we'll of course keep an eye on that. But for today, we have another beautiful day ahead, and that will persist into our Saturday. So the next 2 days, hopefully we can get some, well, outside time, especially tomorrow. And then we'll see those showers start to roll in as we hearken in spring very early Monday morning.
City officials say West Richland is going to double its population in the next decade, and with more people comes the need for more housing. Cap KVU's Riley Fitzgerald says people are hard at work making sure there are enough homes to accompany this large growth.
From 17,000 people to more than double that, that's what West Richland city officials are estimating is going to happen in the coming years.
West Richland's a great place, and that's why I think you see a lot of things happening here in West.
The city is getting ready for this growth with thousands of homes planned and a commercial zone that officials say will rival the Queensgate shopping district in Richland. There are several projects underway. The one on the front burner is the Heights at Red Mountain.
It's a 10-phase development, and they're halfway through. That was 563 lots, and they're halfway through that development right now.
Eric Mendenhall, Community and Economic Development Director with the City of West Richland, says the Heights at Red Mountain have been in the works since 2019.
September 2020, they started finalizing the first phase of the 10 and pulling permits on that. So they've been moving forward for almost 3 years, 2.5 years, and they're halfway through.
Mendenhall says he imagines that in the next 2.5 years they will be finished up with the rest of the phases. They also just finished the Heights Park, which is going to serve the community with a play place, basketball nets, and a soccer field. But more than parks and roads, West Richland is going to see a lot of construction and many new homes coming up.
So we've got 4,200 homes that are on the slate right now of either under construction, in site development phase, or in the planning phase of development.
Following the residential side, commercial will start to make its way in. In West Richland, Riley Fitzgerald, Cap KVUE Local News.
And that is just one housing development taking place right now in the city of West Richland. We'll have more on the Lewis and Clark Ranch housing project coming up next week. And this is part of a trend we're seeing nationally as well. When the Federal Reserve raises interest rates, as it's been doing for months now, trying to tamp down on inflation, it has a ripple effect on mortgages as well. But last month, the number of new home starts rose almost 10%, the first time in months that they've increased. It's a pretty good indication that builders are feeling optimistic about the housing market this year. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, don't forget to wear green today. It's St. Patrick's Day, and we're talking about how it came to be next.
This is Ford Truck Month, America. Time to get into Ford F-150. All amped up and ready for work or play. Get 0.9 for 60 plus 3,000 low APR cash on a 22 F-150 XLT at your local Ford dealer.
This ring is a commitment. After we got married, I got very sick. He would come every day to help me walk again. And now I'm back. This is a reminder
that love endures all.
Express your extraordinary love. Jared, love brilliantly.
The unbreakable Sharon Stone, countless health battles, personal loss. Our night with Sharon as she's honored for her fighting spirit. Then Keira Knightley versus the Boston Strangler.
It's a very dark story.
Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Cap KVUE.
Hospital bills are often a surprise, and not the good kind. But you may also be surprised to learn that you can get 50, 75, or even 100% off those bills. Thanks to a new law, there's a good chance you're one of the 4 million Washingtonians who qualify. Whether or not you have health insurance, the law requires hospitals provide the care you need at an affordable cost. So ask your hospital or visit affordablehospital.wa.gov to see if you're eligible.
To start your 4-cheese mac and cheese, you want to put about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of butter in the pan. And then while that's heating up on a medium to medium high heat, we're going to add heavy cream. And you're just going to coat the bottom of the pan. It's about a cup to a cup and a half that we're using here. And we just want the cream to get heated through and the butter to melt before we add our cheese. We use mozzarella, it gives it that nice stringiness. Parmesan, which gives it a salty and nutty flavor. Cheddar, because cheddar, you know, mac and cheese. And then I use a smoked Gouda, and that gives it its smoky, creamy flavor. You have about a 1/4 cup of each cheese in here. But you keep it moving because you don't want to burn your cream. Otherwise, you're going to have a sour milk tasting sauce, and that's not good. We're going to add our pasta. We're using macaroni noodles. This is 7 ounces by weight of cooked pasta. And you can see it's getting all incorporated. The cheeses are melting. Now we're going to turn the heat off. It's okay that everything's not completely melted and combined because this is going to go into the oven. Now we're going to put it into the pan. I'm using an oven-safe disposable pan, and it's perfect for takeout. Breadcrumbs. I'm just using a seasoned breadcrumbs. I like to top my mac and cheese with bacon. Now this is going to go into a 450-degree oven for about 6 minutes. And there's your 4-cheese mac and cheese.
This is Ford Truck Month, America. Time to get into Ford F-150. All amped up and ready for work or play. Get 0.9 for 60 plus 3,000 low APR cash on a 22 F-150 XLT at your local Ford dealer.
Welcome back. Well, Jason,
yes,
you have been counting down to it, and it is finally here. It is St. Patrick's Day.
Today is the day everyone gets to be Irish in spirit while celebrating the nation's culture, music, and Gaelic heritage. A little history for you. The annual observance of March 17th recognizes Ireland's patron saint. Born in Britain in 385 AD, That was a while ago, Jill.
A bit of time ago.
St. Patrick was brought to Ireland as a slave at age 16. 6 years later, he escaped to a French monastery, became a priest, and returned to Ireland. Legend has it he drove the snakes out of Ireland, but of course that is merely a legend. Biologists say Ireland never had any native snakes.
Well, the color green is a nod to Ireland's nickname, the Emerald Isle, which is why we wear it on St. Patrick's Day. Well, not you, Jason.
Exactly. I disappear if I wear green. Also, I'm excited about this.
I know you are. Ted Lasso fans, how would you like to spend the night at AFC Richmond's favorite pub?
I would.
Okay.
I would. The Crown and Anchor is going to Airbnb for 3 nights to celebrate season 3 that dropped really Tuesday night on Apple TV+. May, the gritty pub owner of the hit show, will be the host. You and up to 3 of your mates can have a pint, play darts, and even try some of Ted's famous biscuits with tea, or as Ted Lasso calls it, garbage water.
Oh.
He's from America, so he's not really into that kind of thing. The 3 nights are available October 23rd, 24th, and 25th.
And the listing goes live on Airbnb on March 21st. The price, £112, or about $136 in American currency. Transportation to Richmond, England is not included. Now, Jason, you are a big fan of Ted Lasso. I've never seen it.
It's fun. It's about an American who's hired to coach a professional soccer team or football team in England.
Okay.
And it came out during the pandemic, and it's such a positive show. It was a rare ray of light during the pandemic. It was just so nice and well done. So I'm glad to see it so successful, and that'll go in no time.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right, folks, we did make it to Friday. I have your first alert weather forecast coming up. More sunshine today. Can't wait to tell you about it. That's coming up.
Also coming up on Good Morning Northwest, has a crisis been averted? America's largest banks are extending some financial help to prevent another bank failure. And California is offering a solution to homelessness in that state in the form of 1,200 tiny homes.
In today's Tech Bites, a price increase for YouTube TV. The company is increasing YouTube TV from $65 per month to $73 per month. YouTube blames a rise in content costs for the change. The cost of the service has more than doubled since it launched in 2017. Microsoft has introduced Copilot. It's an AI-powered assistant meant to help out generating documents, emails, and more. Copilot will sit alongside Microsoft 365 apps, including Outlook, where it can summarize email threads and even draft responses. And finally, Volkswagen is rolling out a new electric car. It will start at just under $27,000 and is capable of traveling 279 miles on a single charge. Production is set to begin in 2025 with its debut the following year. Maybe they'll make an electric Beetle next. Probably just need to work out the bugs first. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Think Mom's mad about her favorite shoes? Nope, because Bank of America lets her switch her Choice Cashback category to online shopping, so she earns more on a replacement pair.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards card, you just can't stop getting rewarded.
Restless nights fogging up your day? Tonight, try ZzzQuil Pure Z Sleep Plus Next Day Energy with melatonin to help you fall asleep naturally, plus extended release B vitamins. Wake up feeling refreshed. Pure Z's. Sleep better, wake up your best.
Join me in the Finish 24-hour challenge. Start by cooking a lasagna. Skip the rinse and load your dishes. 24 hours later, when your dishwasher is full, let Finish Quantum clean your dishes. If the stains aren't gone, your lasagna is on Finish.
Skin your face will envy? With Olay Hyaluronic Body Lotion, 95% of women had visibly smoother skin. Be fearless with Olay Hyaluronic Body Lotion and Body Wash.
Coming to the rescue, 11 of the nation's largest banks extend a lifeline to save First Republic Bank. And an American woman is missing in Mexico, believed to be another victim of kidnapping.
And folks, we've made it to Friday. Another beautiful day is on deck, but looming light rain this weekend. I'll get you and your family prepared.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. And Jill, yesterday was so beautiful.
Yes,
it's still
it really
a
was.
little chilly, though.
Yeah.
I need this warmness.
There was a little chill in the air. I agree.
Yeah, and again, we're still in winter technically,
For just a few more days.
It's at least looking like spring. Yes. That's good. Let's take a look outside. Of course, we've got to wait till after 7 o'clock for that sun to rise, but we have a beautiful start to your weekend. And we have mostly clear skies again throughout the Northwest. So if you're doing some traveling, it should be mighty fine, but we do have rain showers on the way as we get into Sunday evening into early Monday. So some shower activity on the way, but for today and tomorrow, we're going to be looking beautiful. Just looking at sunshine for the Yakima Valley, we're going to be in the mid-50s. We'll be in the upper 50s tomorrow. For the Tri-Cities area, more sunshine, light winds, lower 60s tomorrow. So Saturday looks to be the jewel of the weekend. And the the Blue Mountain region, they were much cooler just 2 days ago. They barely got up to 50. We're going to see upper 50s today, possibly lower 60s tomorrow. So folks, today and tomorrow are gorgeous, but we do have rain to talk about coming Sunday into our next work week. All of your forecasts coming up, but for right now, let's send it back to Jill.
This morning, America's largest banks are extending a lifeline to prevent another bank failure. They've created a $30 billion rescue package to save First Republic Bank. This as Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen appeared on Capitol Hill to defend the government's response to the banking crisis. ABC's Lindsay Watts is in Washington to explain.
I can reassure the members of the committee that our banking system is sound.
New efforts to ease fears this morning after a shocking week for banks. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen testifying before the Senate.
We're very focused right now on stabilizing the banking system.
Now, an extraordinary effort from 11 of the nation's biggest banks to protect the entire system and avert another potential bank failure. They're providing a $30 billion backstop to First Republic Bank. The group saying this action by America's largest banks reflects their confidence in First Republic and in banks of all sizes. It comes amid persisting worry following the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank.
I do think that because of the panic that people felt with Silicon Valley Bank, they have also sparked another panic with First Republic Bank. I don't think there's a big risk that there's a domino effect.
In the last 48 hours, First Republic's credit rating was downgraded into junk territory. Its stock plunged, and some raced to take out their money earlier this week.
It's scary. I mean, the last 24 hours have been like, get your money out.
The Wall Street Journal now reporting that executives at the bank sold nearly $12 million in stock in the 2 months leading up to the crash. The bank hasn't commented about the sales. The Federal Reserve and Treasury Department say the show of support by the big banks is most welcome. We've learned the Fed has provided $300 billion to cash-strapped banks in the past week, nearly half of that going to the two banks that failed, Signature Bank of New York and Silicon Valley Bank.
Senator Ted Cruz, who's the top Republican on the Senate Commerce Committee, has now launched an oversight investigation into what happened with Silicon Valley Bank. And we are just learning SVB Financial Group, the parent of Silicon Valley Bank, has filed for bankruptcy protection. A new $1 billion plan will help build over 1,000 tiny homes to combat California's homelessness crisis. Governor Gavin Newsom made the announcement Thursday. The state will provide 1,200 tiny homes in areas bearing the brunt of the crisis. Los Angeles will get 500 tiny homes. Newsom, who is pushing local governments to help reduce homelessness in the state by 15% by 2025, said local governments will own, operate, and decide who lives in the homes. Newsom expects the homes to be finished by the fall. The FBI is offering a $20,000 reward for information leading to a missing U.S. citizen who was kidnapped in Mexico. According to the FBI, 63-year-old Maria del Carmen Lopez was taken from her home in Pueblo Nuevo, Colima, Mexico on February 9th. Her son and daughter say a cousin witnessed the kidnapping. They reportedly saw several men force Lopez into a van after an exchange of words. So far, no arrests have been made. Mexican authorities are working with the FBI to find out what happened. There are now a total of 10 people arrested in connection to the death of a Virginia inmate. In addition to the 7 sheriff's deputies who were charged with second-degree murder earlier this week, 3 workers at the Central State Mental Health Facility were also taken into custody and booked. John Lawrence reports.
Ivo Otieno was smothered to death by 7 Virginia sheriff's deputies who were restraining him while he was in custody on March 6th, according to Dinwiddie County prosecutors.
Justice for Ivo. That's all I'm looking for. I'm looking for answers. Why was my son murdered?
Otieno was arrested March 3rd after police responded to a possible burglary call. He was brought to a mental health facility 3 days later, where authorities allege he became physical.
He was not agitated and combative. He was held down on the ground, prone on the ground for 12 minutes.
Otieno's family and legal team have seen the surveillance video of the 28-year-old's last moments alive.
Why would any law enforcement officer put a knee on the neck of a person who is face down, handcuffed, and restrained?
On Thursday, 3 employees at the hospital were also arrested and charged with second-degree murder in connection to Otieno's death.
We're better than this, America. We are better than this.
Our hearts are broken, but our spirits are strong, and my brother's spirit is not done.
The Henrico Fraternal Order of Police issued a statement calling Otieno's death tragic, but added that the group stands behind the 7 deputies accused of murder. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Online court records show the 7 deputies and 3 hospital employees are scheduled for a grand jury hearing on Tuesday. The governor of Utah has signed legislation banning abortion clinics from operating in the state starting next year. Under House Bill 467, after May 2nd, the state will no longer grant licenses for abortion clinics. And depending on when their licenses were issued, abortion clinics will be prohibited from operating in the state on or after January 1st of 2024. Hospitals will still be allowed to perform abortions up to 18 weeks of pregnancy unless there is a medical emergency. The Planned Parenthood Association of Utah issued a statement saying, quote, this dangerous law will have a devastating impact on our communities and harm those who already have the most difficulty accessing basic health care. The association added its centers will remain open for now. Jason Valentine is here with a look at your forecast.
Oh, we've made it to Friday, everyone. We have another sparkler on the way today and tomorrow, but changes coming on Sunday. I'll get you ready for that weekend. My First Alert forecast coming right up.
And coming up next, can hypnotherapy help you get a better sleep? We're diving into some of the data on this World Sleep Day.
Idol is the #1 most social entertainment program. Yeah! With 401 million views.
You did it to perfection.
You are a star. Thank you.
American Idol, new Sunday on ABC.
Taco time got you feeling like a craven lunatic? Can't explain your need for crispy, zesty? Can't remember my name until I get my hands on a Taco Time fish taco? You're not alone. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
At the Blue Mountain Station in Dayton, Washington, we invest in community. Our partners include Sweet Cheeks Bake Shop, Cedar Rain Spirits, Onyx Farms, Ray's Roast, Red Band Cellars, Barden Bead Meadery, and the Co-op and Commercial Kitchen. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's the Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's the Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's the Educated Cigar in Richland.
Next Live.
For those of you at home waiting to watch Ryan bite into that, it's
It
not
won't
going to happen.
Hannah Waddingham and Melanie Linsky, plus Live Sleep Week.
Today at 9 on Cat KVU.
Join us for the Active for Life Senior Prom March 23rd from 4 to 6:30 p.m. at the Uptown Theater in Richland. There will be dinner, games, a photo booth, live music, and of course dancing. Grab your favorite senior, put on your best Roaring 20s outfit, and dance the night away. We'll see you there.
The journey home can look a little different to everyone. For some, it's smooth and straight. For others, it's winding vineyard roads or rugged desert trails. But what really matters most is where you're headed. That's why our expert technicians are here to make sure that wherever you feel at home, whether it's when you're hard at work surrounded by loved ones, or cheering them on from the sidelines, you get there. Our certified and trained vehicle experts are committed to keeping you on the road and getting you there safely. Because we know a vehicle is really more than a vehicle. It's your way home.
Find your next Mazda at McCurley Mazda and get 2.9% financing on a new 2023 Mazda CX-5, CX-30, and CX-50.
Shark Tank is casting for season 15.
You have something magical happening.
I'm gonna rise.
Apply now for your chance to swim with the sharks.
What?
Love this.
I'm going to make you filthy rich.
Shark Tank, Fridays on ABC.
Are you getting a good night's sleep? Today is World Sleep Day, and if you're struggling with insomnia or just trying to get more rest, you're not alone. A national survey published by Frontiers in Sleep shows 7 in 10 Americans don't get restorative sleep. ABC's Rena Roy takes a look at hypnotherapy as a way to get that much-needed shut-eye.
A lot of Americans are struggling with sleep difficulties now more than ever.
As challenging as it is to get the recommended 7 hours or more of sleep each night, sleep scientist Dr. Rebecca Robbins says one of the most common complaints is falling asleep at all.
The good news is there are really robust clinical trials that support solutions for anyone experiencing those symptoms. And generally speaking, those fall into 2 categories: pharmacological intervention or behavioral treatments.
You might be familiar with treatments such as cognitive behavioral therapy and mindfulness meditation, but what about hypnosis? Books and movies may have you believing it's a mind control trick.
Someone says something to you and now you're going to cluck like a chicken or bark like a dog. The truth is, hypnosis cannot make anyone do something they don't want to do. It can't even make someone pick their socks up off the floor if they don't want to.
Hypnotherapist Grace Smith says she uses hypnotherapy to help her clients sleep better. While it might be an unorthodox approach, hypnosis is a relaxation technique similar to meditation.
I call hypnotherapy meditation with a goal. With hypnotherapy, you use the power of that relaxed state to reprogram your subconscious mind. So you are putting information in. And we're talking about sleep here, so that would be it's safe to sleep, you sleep easily and effortlessly, you sleep through the night, that type of information.
Smith usually recommends about 6 sessions to achieve your goal.
Hypnotherapy is a process of conditioning. Assuming 1 session and all of your problems will be gone forever is unrealistic.
Dr. Robbins says there aren't any severe adverse outcomes to hypnosis, but overall, research on hypnotherapy to treat insomnia is limited and needs to be studied further.
Someone might feel dizziness or discomfort if they're attempting hypnosis for the first time, but certainly important to talk to your healthcare provider before you start any new routine.
If you plan to try hypnotherapy, be sure to find a hypnotherapist that is certified. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Coming up, improving connections in East Yakima with a new option for high-speed internet. And we'll return with a look at your first alert weather forecast. That's next.
Post Falls Dam on Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
By the time you see this, we will hopefully be back to spring. In the meantime, get your spring and summer toys ready. Motorcycles, bicycles, lawn equipment, sports equipment, you name it. Get ready to drive safely.
This message is brought to you by Alan Brecky Law Office.
Next ET. Taylor Swift's Eras is here. Everything we know about her first tour in over 4 years.
It's just a lot.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Cap KVU.
At Vapiano, we invite you to slow down, enjoy the journey. Make a reservation today. Taste wine where it's created. Sample a variety of wines from Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estates, Walla Walla.
The journey home can look a little different to everyone. That's why our expert technicians are here to make sure that wherever you feel at home, whether it's when you're hard at work, surrounded by loved ones, or cheering them on from the sidelines, you get there. Because we know a vehicle is really more than a vehicle. It's your way home.
Find your next Subaru at McCurley Subaru and get 3.9% financing.
The journey home can look a little different to everyone. For some, it's smooth and straight. For others, it's winding vineyard roads or rugged desert trails. But what really matters most is where you're headed. That's why our expert technicians are here to make sure that wherever you feel at home, whether it's when you're hard at work, surrounded by loved ones, or cheering them on from the sidelines, you get there. Our certified and trained vehicle experts are committed to keeping you on the road and getting you there safely. Because we know a vehicle is really more than a vehicle. It's your way home.
Find your next Chevrolet at McCurley Chevrolet.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Every location is conveniently located and gives you the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. We have something for everyone, including gift cards for any occasion. Check out the specials and deals today. Open 7 days a week in 5 locations: Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
By the time you see this, we will hopefully be back to spring. In the meantime, get your spring and summer toys ready. Motorcycles, bicycles, lawn equipment, sports equipment, you name it. Get ready to drive safely.
This message is brought to you by Alan Brecky Law Office.
Now, Cap KVU First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful Thursday. Hope you're having a good morning so far. Enjoying your coffee, your orange juice, tea, whatever. Nice start to the weekend and light winds as we head into our weekend, but we're going to see winds pick up a bit into our next work week. And yes, it looks more and more likely that we're going to have our next rain event on Sunday afternoon to evening hours. I'll get to that in a bit. So our radar satellite just absolutely gorgeous throughout our areas. Get ready for more sunshine this morning. Really sunshine throughout your day and your Saturday. But then things will be changing pretty much on a dime as we get to Sunday. So let's take a look at our futurecast. Here's what we're looking at today. Just beautiful conditions, maybe a bit of cloud coverage coming in late into your early morning tomorrow, but then more sunshine on your Saturday. But yes, showers are likely as we get into Sunday. So let's take a look at Sunday night. So we're Sunday morning here. Then as we move into the afternoon, we're going to have building showers around our areas and then entering our areas as we get into the evening hours. And those showers should persist into Monday morning as well to, well, kick off spring as we hit spring very early on Monday morning in the 2 o'clock hour. Current temperatures right around that freezing mark along the Blue Mountain region, just below it for most of our areas. 26 for Yakima, 21 for Ellensburg. So bundle up as you're heading out the door. I know it's almost the end of winter, but still very chilly in our morning hours. For the week ahead, we're going to be right around our average. Our average for late winter is 59 for the Tri-Cities. So this is a look at the Tri-Cities. I do expect all of our highs to be in the mid to upper 50s for at least the week ahead. Lower 60s, some in there. A little bit cooler, though, in Ellensburg, though Ellensburg finally makes it to 50 degrees today. Light winds are expected yet again today, so not really a factor. We'll see just a slight push as we get to Sunday and into our next work week, building up to around 10 to 20 mile per hour winds by midweek into the latter part of our next work week. So we'll keep an eye on that. So some wind is on the way. All right, our countdown, St. Patrick's Day is today. Don't forget to wear green, everyone. Spring, 3 days away. April Fool's Day, 15 days away. So for our highs today, we are going to be in the mid to upper 50s for the Yakima Valley. And yes, we got to 50 degrees for Ellensburg. Over in the mid-Columbia, upper 50s today. We're going to be in the lower 60s for much of the mid-Columbia tomorrow. And over in the Blue Mountain region, kind of leading the pack with the upper 50s. So after a slow start temperature-wise for the Blue Mountain region this week, they're definitely improving. So here's what we're looking at for Yakima. A slight uptick for your Saturday with all that sunshine. Then more cloud coverage for your Sunday. Late showers into Monday morning, it looks like, to start your work week. First day of spring. Then maybe a little bit of morning showers on Tuesday, but then more sunshine than not as we move along in our next work week. Overnight lows improving at or above the freezing level for most of the week ahead. In the Tri-Cities area, 62 tomorrow, then cooling down to 58 on Sunday, and going to remain in those upper 50s next week. But again, very good chance of seeing that showers or that shower system coming in late Sunday into Monday morning and possibly off and on into Tuesday morning. But folks, let's talk about today and tomorrow. Your St. Patrick's Day today is going to be beautiful, plenty of sunshine, and just a bit warmer for your Saturday.
Ziply Fiber launched its new fiber optic network in Yakima yesterday, covering areas that didn't have this kind of extra high-speed option before. Cap KVU's Emily Goodell reports it's giving residents another choice, and one that's quicker and potentially less expensive.
East Yakima has a higher percentage of people with low incomes, and many don't have access to high-speed fiber internet.
The lack of high-speed internet can actually exacerbate the economic divides that we find in our communities, Yakima included.
But now, Ziply Fiber is bridging that divide by launching a new fiber optic network, starting in East Yakima, moving throughout the city, and with some coverage in Natchez.
The internet speeds that we're putting in here put Yakima on par with any city in the country in terms of speed. For everyone who's working at home, doing online learning, gaming, all at the same time, you now have the internet infrastructure with upload speeds and download speeds to do all of that at the same time, every family member, without the buffering, without the lagging, without the cutting out.
Depending on your current provider, it might also cost you less.
With our fiber internet plans, they start as low as $20 a month. That's 200 megabytes down and 200 up.
If you qualify for a community discount program, the cost could be further reduced or even free.
We hope that this will take neighborhoods that have been underserved or completely unserved by high-speed internet and will help them to come into the internet age, as it were, and be able to fully participate in the community.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Cap KVU Local News.
You can check to see if Ziply Fiber is available in your area or might be soon on their website. Restoration Community Impact and Restoration Market are holding a free food distribution event in Burbank this evening. The event will take place from 4 to 6 p.m. at Columbia Elementary School. It's open to all. The organizers just ask that you make room in your trunk, and when you arrive, pop your trunk and let them know how many families you are picking up for. When we come back, a new video game combines a 90s movie and 90s video game for a wild ride in a flying taxi.
Sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Tonight,
Possible love triangle, murder, arson.
now John Quinones takes you to,
This can be the coldest place on Earth.
but in the search to find a killer.
It's time to turn up the heat.
This plot just thickens.
2020, tonight on ABC.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's the Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's the Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's the Educated Cigar in Richland.
The journey home can look a little different to everyone. For some, it's smooth and straight. For others, it's winding vineyard roads or rugged desert trails. But what really matters most is where you're headed. That's why our expert technicians are here to make sure that wherever you feel at home, whether it's when you're hard at work, surrounded by loved ones, or cheering them on from the sidelines, you get there. Our certified and trained vehicle experts are committed to keeping you on the road and getting you there safely. Because we know a vehicle is really more than a vehicle. It's your way home.
Find your next Subaru at McCurley Subaru and get 3.9% financing on a new 2023 Subaru Outback, Crosstrek, and Forester.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you. which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
The unbreakable Sharon Stone, countless health battles, personal loss. Our night with Sharon as she's honored for her fighting spirit. Then Keira Knightley versus the Boston Strangler.
It's a very dark story.
Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Cap KView.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves.
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer only at your local Ford dealer.
All right, let's head closer to home on this Friday. Beautiful conditions throughout, and we're finally to the 50-degree mark for Ellensburg. Warmer for the Kittitas Valley area as we move over into the Yakima Valley. We are staying right in those mid-50s. Just beautiful conditions, and we're going to see an uptick tomorrow, upper 50s to lower 60s for many of our areas. Beautiful Friday ahead, light winds to boot. Upper 50s, let's just say that, for the Mid-Columbia. And over in the Blues, the biggest improvement is along the Blue Mountain region. Upper 50s almost across the board. Mostly sunny skies, light winds, similar conditions tomorrow, but that change is coming Sunday. All that in my forecast that's coming up later in the show.
All right, I find this a little amusing. A new video game puts you behind the controls of a flying taxi cab in a futuristic city. Rick Damigella has the story.
In the 1997 movie The Fifth Element, Bruce Willis plays a cab driver in a flying car. In the 1999 video game Crazy Taxi, players must deliver their passengers as fast as possible. Mile High Taxi combines ideas from both for its gameplay.
Sort of taken those two worlds and put them into one, using the Fifth Element sort of esque environment and Crazy Taxi 1990s gameplay.
The game was created by a single developer as a side project from his day job.
I wanted to fly one of those taxis, so it was something that I wanted to do and enjoy, and so I figured I'd build it myself. Lose a little bit without having the ground there, but you also gain some things with having the sky beneath you.
Somebody gotta be the master.
Whether it's something that pedestrians or passengers are talking about, or if it's one of many billboards that are found throughout the game. There's hundreds of those, and they all each contain a somewhat different Easter egg, mostly targeted towards science fiction fans.
Next time, I'm taking Johnny Cab.
With 1 point left on my license in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
I was a big fan of Crazy Taxi.
Oh, you were?
In my misbegotten youth of the 90s.
Oh, excellent.
I played it a lot.
I haven't played a lot of video games, but that one does look like fun.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, yesterday we told you about where NASA believes water may be on the moon. And now scientists think they've found proof that there may once have been water on Mars.
They discovered what appears to be the remains of a glacier near the red planet's equator. That ice is no longer there. Evidence it may have once been comes in the form of salt deposits, which appear to have been pushed by a moving glacier. Researchers also found deep wedge-shaped openings known as crevasse fields. Those form inside glaciers. If there really was a glacier there, that means there might still be water somewhere on Mars.
And for us to establish bases on Mars or Moon, it would be very helpful if there was water that they could draw from.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
it's a life source.
Absolutely, very cool.